Hello and welcome to MG Tracy. Well, today we're going to have a look at the 6-month review of the Nespresso Vertuo Plus. So this is the big brother of the Nespresso pods that I'm sure everyone is familiar with. And what they did really is they decided to really go upmarket a bit with the whole coffee experience. You've got motorised bits and pieces in it, including loading, which on the newer machines is not there anymore. And you've got much bigger pods, and these are available in 4 different sizes, from just wanting an espresso to fill a whole flask. The only disadvantage you have with this system is the price of these and the fairly limited range. If you want to have other brands, if you want a McDonald's coffee or Starbucks or Costa, then this one's not for you. And it's taken something from the Tasmo system in that it's barcoded. So there's a barcode that runs around the outside. This actually uses centrifugal force and spins in the machine, and that's how it really does get every bit of coffee goodness out of the pods. The taste of these coffees is definitely excellent. So all you've got to remember at the 6-month review is it does need a fair bit of cleaning. Make sure you go around the inside here with the microfiber. Don't forget to clean your little valve in the bottom of your tank here. And as always, when you're docking, make sure you get a positive dock there, and you should see some little bubbles bubble up. If you don't get that, it may look like the tank is correct, but it's not correctly docked. Okay, so I think we will make a coffee. So I'm going to go for this one. So we just drop it inside, and you're going that way round, and then with this machine it's a light touch and it's a motorised close that also punctures the holes into the pod. I think on the latest versions they're really about half the price now from the beginning. I don't think that bit is necessarily motorised anymore, but I quite like that. So you've got the cup here. There's different ways you can store the memory for the size of drink you want. But basically, once this has gone green on the top, you're just pushing it once. You can hear the machine spin, read the barcode, and it will now work out what pressure it needs and what temperature it needs to put the water through that particular type of coffee. That's a lot more sophisticated than, say, the Keurig system, where you are not under any bar pressure. There is just hot water running through the coffee. Of course, in a K-cup, you've probably got a lot more coffee in there. So there's 11 grams in that. I'm guessing there's about 7 in there. That's still about double what's in a normal Nespresso pod. So you can see this is coming out already really frothy. The smell is absolutely awesome. The machine isn't particularly noisy despite the fact that it's spinning really fast there. On the top here you've got a really neat green LED that whizzes round, and I think the whole look of the machine on any kitchen counter is really great. It doesn't do milk, so there are different ones that will allow you to have a milk froth on the side, or you can just put a little bit of milk in yourself. That's obviously different to a lot of the Tasmo and the Lavazza systems, where you would put a milk cartridge in first. So that is just finishing off now. And one of the neat things with this Nespresso is in the back here, this is where the old cartridges go, the old pods go when they're finished. So I think that's about done now. They've got a really nice head on that. If we just flip this up, you can hear that there's some little roller coaster rails in there, and that old pod has automatically dropped into the back. It's not like a K-cup where you've got to go in and actually pull out the old pod yourself and risk burning your hands while you move it over. These are aluminium, so if you take that top off there, empty out the food stuff in your food waste, then that whole thing can go in your aluminium recycling, which is brilliant. We do need to get away from single-use plastic. So I'm just going to put a drop of milk in there for me. You want to use a milk frother, of course you've got that option. And there we go. So, pros and cons. It looks really great. The quality of the coffee you're getting out is fantastic. The tank is big enough, and I like the way it gets rid of the empties and you can recycle the pods. Disadvantages are there's still a pretty limited range, and you could end up spending a lot of money on these pods compared to the other systems, certainly compared to Tassimo and K-Cup. But there you are, you pay your money, you take your choices. I'll put the links to my favourite Nespresso Vertuo pods below, and I'll put links to the latest version of this machine. You should be well sub £100 I think for that now. So if you're getting one for Christmas, lucky you. Quick shout out to Dave, who reminded me I hadn't done this video, and he has just bought himself a Vertuo, so he's going to have a lot of fun over Christmas. So have a wonderful, peaceful Christmas. Please like, share and subscribe, and come back every day for more fun here on Energy Tracing.